Lake Tahoe hit by a quake swarm, 3.7 magnitude and 2.8, 3 hours later. And we're going to look at the geology of the area. Is it a volcano? Is it a caldera? What's going on there? 931 people reported to USGS feeling the 3.7 quake, and the 2.8 magnitude quake 3 hours later was reportedly felt by 12 people. And this is our 3.7 magnitude quake, Lake Tahoe, and 3 hours later, just about 3.5 hours later, we had the 2.8. Let's go to our map, pulling out. This is the area right here, Lake Tahoe. Okay, northwest of Carson City, Nevada. We talked about the Silver Creek supervolcano, which I didn't even know existed, which is basically right around here. California, Nevada, Arizona, right here is another supervolcano that erupted 18.8 million years ago, right here, Silver Creek caldera supervolcano. We know we have another supervolcano around here. Here, okay, that's the Long Valley caldera. And we talked about the fact that this area is fed by the magma of the mantle plume that's under here in Baja, where we had the 5.5 earthquake a few days back. That mantle plume feeds all of the high threat volcanoes here on the west coast on the Walker Lane fault system, and it also has the eastern arm that feeds Yellowstone. So that same body feeds the west coast and Yellowstone. But I only have the earthquakes here showing that are above 2.5. If we go to 2.5, less than 2.5, we're going to have a swarm of earthquakes everywhere in the area, as you can see. Okay, so this is the activity here. But we'll take it off so we can see the bigger quakes, make it more easy for our eyes. And the 931 people reported feeling so far. Let's go to the shake map. This is it, around Carson City, Lake Tahoe area, right here. This is where Truckee, California. Lake Tahoe, there we go. And they say that that was another volcano crater formed by a collapsed chamber roof. And as you can see, this is Long Valley right here. The distance is about 100 miles. Okay, and let's go back to our shake map so we can see what's going on. And put the aerial on so we can have a better view. There we go. Unfortunately, they only include a square, and they don't allow us to see what would be. Let's take off the stations. Okay, and this is the area. Let's put in some population density. Okay, there we go. This is the San Andreas Fault. This is the Hayward Fault. This is the Garlic Fault. And this is Ridgecrest right here. And this is the Walker Lane Fault system. The San Andreas Fault takes up 75% of the subduction pressure from the Pacific Plate subducting underneath the North American Plate. And the Walker Lane Fault system takes up the other 25%. So this, as you can see, is right on the Walker Lane Fault system. And as we said before, we have the 5.5 in the Baja area. And that, of course, is increasing, so somehow jolted. This whole area was jolted from the Baja earthquake up to San Diego and even Los Angeles. And, of course, this is a very seismic area. So 3.7 felt by 900 some odd people. And, okay, that's our shake map. Where is it? The other one. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Okay. That's it right there. And let's go and see Lake Tahoe geology. How was Lake Tahoe formed? Although it's commonly believed that Lake Tahoe was formed by the collapse of a volcanic crater The basin was actually formed by the rise and fall of the landscape due to faulting about 24 million years ago. And the USDA government, geology of the Lake Tahoe Basin. Commonly believed Lake Tahoe formed by collapse of volcanic crater, but it was due to faulting. About 24 million years ago, the Sierra Nevada block was formed by tremendous uplift. Two principal faults, the eastern margin creating the Carson Range and the Sierra Nevada, developed on the western side. From the up-thrown fault blocks, the highest peaks in the region originated while the down-throw blocks sank, created a large valley. Lava flowing from Mount Pluto on the north shore then formed a barrier or dam across the basin's ancestral outlet, the Truckee River. And that's where we had our, that's it. Where were we? Yes, that's it. Let's go in. We can see the river. This is Truckee where we had our, that's exactly where we had our, okay. That's it. That must be the river right there. That's the exact location of where we had our, you had a lot of rivers here. Following the faulting and volcanic period of the basin, an ice age developed. Huge glaciers formed and moved down the V-shaped canyons on the western side of the lake. These glaciers scoured away loose rocks and reshaped the canyons into broad U-shaped valleys. The rock and gravel left behind at the sides and end of these melting glaciers are called moraines. As these glaciers melted away, they left behind brilliant bays, jagged peaks, glacial polished ridges, and crystal clear lakes. And how large is Lake Tahoe? It's the third deepest lake in North America and the 10th deepest in the world. The lake is 22 miles in length, 12 miles wide, approximately 72 miles of shoreline. Its greatest measured depth is 1,645 feet. The average depth of the lake is 1,000 feet. Another amazing fact about Lake Tahoe is that the bottom of the lake, 4,550 feet in elevation, is actually lower than the Carson Valley floor in Nevada. So we know that Lake Tahoe is not an ancient volcanic caldera, like Crater Lake, for example, even though it looks like it's a caldera, it's not. It was formed by the movement of the fault blocks. In addition to fractures in the Earth's crust, today's Lake Tahoe Basin was shaped by glaciers and is enclosed by the Sierra Nevada to its west and Carson Ridge to its east. The lake was formed about 2 million years ago as part of the Lake Tahoe Basin, with a modern extent being shaped during the ice ages. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.